Hey y'all, welcome in. If you are new or just passing through to my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. If you're returning, welcome back, squad. I am here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here. We're also gender fluid. I might say you and I'm talking to them. I may say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid, so I could be talking about the past, present, or the future. Take only the parts that resonate, leave everything else behind. If you'd like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box, and I invite you to join me for a session. December is booking. I woke up this morning and I had like 5 bookings. Child, if you want to work with me before the end of the year, you better get in where you fit in, because those slots are booking up really, really fast. I think when I checked before I went to bed, I had like 10 slots open, and I think I'm now down to 5, I think. So if you want to book an appointment, I would like strongly urge you to do that like today. Also, if you're relatively new to my channel, my readings tend to reach into the future a little bit. So if you go back into my archives, maybe 6 to 8 months, you might find some titles back there that resonate more for you now in the present. For those of y'all who subscribe to my archive channel, I haven't abandoned it. Oh my god, this is such a busy time of year for me. I'm so busy. I haven't had time to like think. All right, so I've already laid some cards initially. I've been meditating over them for a few minutes before I went on camera. Let's just talk about it. So I have energy of somebody who they don't appear to be very happy. And it doesn't appear that there's anything that they can do to change that. In the recent past, it looks as though, and I'm kind of feeling like this message in a bottle, I want to say this is you. This might be you. Because this energy comes with an awareness that there may be, now this, I'm like, this energy, and when I say it could be you, it feels like an energy associated with you. This is like the knowing about something that's going to be communicated. I do feel like, for some reason, I feel like it's you doing the communicating. I don't know. There's something here about communication, but I want to say I think this communication I think it's coming from you, but we'll dive into it a little bit further. But going into the future, it's very similar to what the current energy is. I don't even care about I'm gonna put the past to the side, because honestly I'm not even really worried about that. But in terms of what's happening in the present and what's coming in the future, it's kind of like this person is unhappy, and there's not a whole lot they can do about it. I just saw 333 on my timer. And it aligns with the future, because the future, it feels like things are not coming together. And I don't know if it's kind of like they can't even stress about it, because there's literally nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do about it. Like, it's like once you have the awareness that you're in a situation and you feel like you don't have any recourse, there's nothing that you can do. Like, sometimes you just gotta ride things out, right? Sometimes you just gotta ride shit out until it passes, okay? It's like weathering a storm, and then it's like bracing yourself for, I mean, I've never been in a hurricane, but in my mind, I'm thinking like when people who live in hurricane areas or places like, in Tornado Alley that have these, these unpredictable forces of nature, and you can kind of prepare for them, but not necessarily. But it feels very much like bracing for something while a storm is like, there's definitely some shit going on, but this is like they can't really do anything about it. So it doesn't even warrant like space to like stress about it, because there's no stressing about it because you can't do shit about it, right? There's nothing you can do about it. Okay. Now, and I'm using storm like a metaphor because I don't think that it's an actual storm. It just feels like more like a shit storm. Like it's just some stuff going on. Okay. Now, here's the thing. And this is the part, because I feel like I feel like all of the readings that I've been doing in the last couple of weeks, I feel like we're ramping up, okay? Because I'm going to tell you, in the environment and what's in the background is kind of crazy to me, because this feels like somebody trying to use the law of attraction. Treasure Island is the law of attraction card, okay? Here's the thing. Somebody is trying to use the law of attraction, and they're looking, I feel like because they're looking at the state of their lives right now. I told you this person is not happy, okay? They're not happy, and there's nothing they can do about it. But there's something, okay, remember in yesterday's reading where I was like, because I still kind of have this energy here, because I'm seeing it, like, all the glitters card is like, that's like my Neptunian energy card. This is literally like seeing some shit through rose-colored glasses and looking at things, all that glitters is not gold. So somebody is looking at a situation. It may have something to do with a home or an environment or whatever. Here's the thing though. I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to manifest you back or use the law of attraction. It feels like to lure you back in. I'm not even the way that I'm, and it does have something to do with a family component or something, because it feels like folks wanting you to fall into line. And I know that this is the holiday, like we're walking into the holidays, so I mean it might have something to do with that too. Folks start getting all weird and sentimental and shit around the holidays. They start feeling things or whatever. But here's the thing. This person, I don't know who it is, but this is somebody who's trying to use the law of attraction because just these two cards make me feel like they need help. They do. Somebody here does need help. This feels like somebody trying to use the law of attraction to like energetically call you back in so that you can help this person, right? But the crazy part about it is the expectation. Remember how I've been saying it a lot. We are not cleaning up messes that we did not make. If you didn't break it, you don't fix it. Okay? Now, same thing under that same umbrella, this is energy of somebody who is delusional because they feel like they can use this law of attraction to bring you back in, but the purpose of them bringing you back in is solely to kind of get over like whatever they're going through right now that they don't have any control over, that they cannot seem to fix. They're turning to you with the expectation that you will help them, that you will be the one doing all the heavy lifting and trying to like help them figure their shit out, right? But if you didn't help put them in the position that they're in, you are not in any position to help them get out of it. You dug a hole, you fell in that motherfucker, you look good climbing your ass out that hole all by yourself. Good luck. I'll leave you a rope because that's just who I am. I'm gonna leave you a rope, but bitch, that rope gonna be at the top of the hole. I'm not even gonna hang it over the edge. It's gonna be sitting right there on the ground next to the hole. Good luck to you. Okay. Now, here's the thing. If this is your family and this is connected to a family dynamic, do understand that whatever is required to help clean up the mess is going to take a whole lot of work. We are not fixing shit we did not break. And I'm going to tell you right now that the dynamic within your family, if this is rooted in a family experience, and the way I wish I could communicate this better, because there's an expectation, but the expectation is rooted around like social conformity. It's like that's part of the expectation. Like this is how you, this is like, if this is our family, this is what you're supposed to do, you know. But the thing is that whoever these people are, they haven't changed. And the dynamic between you hasn't changed. Now, interesting, because I do see an energy out here. I do see an energy out here of like, I've always described the collective as being, the collective is the gift, you know. But it kind of feels like, you were the gift, you were in fact the blessing, but it kind of feels like to me like maybe you turned your back because it felt like, like maybe you were the one putting all the effort in, you were doing all the work, you were always the one doing all the heavy lifting, like the emotional heavy lifting in the relationship. And it also kind of feels like somebody's swooping in. It's like, I'm like, I don't even have all the cards out here, but I'm just like looking at some of the energy that's hovering. It's like, okay, so you know how I'm always talking about like we're going into new cycles or whatever, right? But it's almost like there's an awareness. I do feel like there's an awareness here of the fact that you are working towards a new life. You're working towards new cycles or whatever. It kind of feels like those the last ditch efforts, like it's like grasping for straws. They know that you're like walking out the door, you're on your way, you're already, and this is their attempt, whoever this is their attempt to kind of stall your progress or distract you from whatever your goal is, whatever you got your eye on. Keep your eye on that, okay? Like, I'm just here to tell you about what's going on in the background. Be aware of it, okay? And I'm telling you, misery loves company. So don't get involved in this shit. Okay? Just don't. Okay. Now here's the other thing. And I don't know who this part is for. Number one. Whoever we're talking about, you're not in alignment with them. Okay? Number two, just because you get along with somebody doesn't mean that you're in alignment with them. Okay? I just saw 13:33 on the clock. Yeah. Okay. I'm like, I didn't know where this was going, but I can see now. Yikes. Okay. Okay. What did I just say? I was like, just because you get along with them does not mean that they're in alignment with you. Okay? Just because you get along with somebody and because you don't have, there's no like real issue, like personality wise, whatever, y'all get along well. Just because you get along well, it does not mean that you are in alignment. Okay? We're all on different timelines. Now, here's the thing. And I'm choosing my words carefully because I have mending and regeneration both out here side by side. Mending is in the upright, but regeneration is in the reverse. Okay? So, here's the thing. Number one, reconciliation with you and this person is not in alignment, okay? Reconciliation does not mean reunion. So yeah, you could sit there, you could hash it out if you decide to, engage in a conversation or whatever. You can look at the trash on both sides of the street. This is my role, this is what I did, that's your role, that's what you did. It is what it is. I love you, but I gotta love you from a distance because I can't do this. I can't rock with you, right? So part of the blockage here, maybe is the belief, the belief that there is an opportunity or a second chance for this relationship, whatever it is. And the thing about it is, I think for you, and I don't know who you are in the story. I want to lean on the fact that you're the person that maybe you are the person that's unhappy. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where you are on the board just yet. I'm just reading the cards. But whoever this is, I think that, and that's a part of that's a dilemma. I mean, I haven't gotten to that, but that feels like more of a greater dilemma, because it is somebody that you don't have issues, like you don't have issues per se, but again, just because you get along with somebody doesn't necessarily mean that you're in alignment with them. Okay, forgive me, because I'm like looking at myself in the camera, and not that I don't know that I'm hella pale. That just is the plight of the light-skinned woman. I'm like, when I get to wintertime, I haven't spent much time in the summer, so the little bit of sun that I did get and I just recognize my paleness in the winter. And it hasn't even hit, we're not even in winter yet, but long-standing light-skinned black woman joke, when in the wintertime we lose all color, and I'm starting to lose mine. All right, so there's no energy that supports a reconciliation, especially when the person is not in alignment. So you might be torn. And I want to say, really, the only time, those of you who are torn, you're the ones with the bleeding heart. And it's okay. I know a bunch of folks with bleeding hearts, and you're just like, but, and I'm like, can you just trust me on this? This ain't a good idea. I know y'all get along, but this ain't a good idea. Okay, so somebody has anxiety. It's interesting. So maybe this is you. Like, I don't know if this is you. Do you have anxiety about... Because this feels like, to me, an energy of... It feels like the energy of somebody who's already made up their mind. I'm just going to tell what I see, because I'm like, at this point, I'm tired. It's too hard for me to try to keep track. So, you have somebody here that you get along with. There's no real issue, like, energetically speaking. There's no real, like, issue, right? But, I do believe this is somebody that you're at a distance from. Now, let's talk about what we got here. They don't want me to talk about it. Because I said what they're trying to do is use the law of attraction to reel you back in, so you can do the heavy emotional labor for them, because they need some help. But they're in a bind because they did something that they cannot undo. They can't. There's nothing they can do about it. There's nothing in the current state and position that they're in. There's nothing they can do about it. But I think what they're looking at you, that's why I'm like, I don't know who this is for you, but they are not seeing their approach in the clearest way. They are not seeing their approach in a clear way. Because in their mind, it's kind of like, well, we get along, like, we generally get along. My thing is that they don't want to, it just doesn't feel like they don't want the responsibility of having to clean up their own shit, whatever this is. They don't want to do the heavy lifting. They don't want to do the hard work. And I kind of feel like from your end, that's a requirement. Like, I'm not coming back in to do shit. I'm not coming in to help. I ain't coming in to do nothing. So, like, because it's not me trying to be a part of your life. It's you trying to be a part of my life. And now you want to try to, like, reconcile or kumbaya. But in order for me to actually be here, you're going to have to do some work. Like I said, my unblocking fee is $5,000, and I'm not playing. So I ain't worried about, and that $5,000 is literally just an unblocking fee. That ain't my worth, because y'all they can't afford my worth. So I know if they can't afford the $5,000 unblocking fee, they certainly can't afford my worth. So the answer is no. So now the energy that I have here for the release, it feels like if you, I don't think this is you, honestly, because I do feel a sense of anxiety, and then maybe this is you, because this could be like after the fact, because this feels like anxiety, but then there's also the questioning of the intentionality behind reconciling. Like, if you, because I do feel like that's part of, like, that's what's on the table. This is a blockage. The blockage is the energy of somebody wanting reconciliation, but there not really being any energy that supports a reconciliation. Somebody has anxiety, but the question is, think about, now for you, collective, you got to ask yourself, if somebody that you're estranged from or at a distance, even if you get along, right? And you don't, like, you get along cool, whatever, just generally you get along cool, but you're not fucking with them right now. If they choose to come back in and they're trying to reconcile with you, you got to ask the question, why are you here? Outside of you trying to tell me and gas me up and be like, oh, because I love you and I miss you and blah, blah, blah. Like, no, for real, why are you here? And I'm just going to keep reinforcing my messaging, 23 o'clock. I'm going to keep reinforcing my messaging. The past doesn't have anything new to say. They might paint it a different color. Hell, they might even speak it in a foreign tongue. They don't have nothing new to say. It might be in a foreign tongue, but they're going to be saying the same shit. So, there's that. Hey. Okay. So part of the lesson, I feel like, I don't know. I don't think these are your cards, honestly. I'm trying to tell it from both sides, but I'm like, part of the lesson, for them, it kind of feels like somebody who took too long to, like, come back and fix some shit. Like, because this is definitely somebody you're not talking to. For you, I think the lesson for you was just in this one row, kind of feels like learning when to just put something down when you recognize that it's not in alignment. Okay, and since Lucky is growling, I'm going to say that's definitely confirmation. confirmation. That's confirmation. And I think I've talked about this. It's been coming up a lot lately. I think it has been like a larger message that keeps coming out in the readings, where Spirit is trying to get us to see, to recognize sooner, I think, when things aren't in alignment with us, when it just, even, and a greater lesson, even when it's somebody that you get along with, it just because you get along with somebody does not mean that they're in alignment with you and your purpose. And sometimes you have to find some acceptance in it and be willing to be like, okay, you got love for the person, you get along really cool, whatever, but there's some people you just can't. You just can't. You just can't. Like you just can't. Yeah, so there's a decision that needs to be made. And while it's, because I think that's what it is too. Hold on. God damn. I'm like, loyal heart in the reverse, and not for you, baby. So, I mean, I kind of think when we get down to this point, when we get to the point of like no reconciliation or whatever, that's already a sign that the loyalties towards this relationship it's not there like it may have once been, right? And maybe and this could be for either one of you, maybe neither one of y'all thought that the day would ever come where you're just like, nah, I'm good, and I'm making a decision to walk away. I think that's been the thing. God wanted you to see when someone or something was not in alignment with you, so that you can make a decision faster. I want to say this is probably going to keep on. I'm telling you, it keeps happening. It's going to keep happening. It needs to keep happening. You need to be put in positions where, and I know this is exhausting. I know some of y'all are really tired of going through these lessons or whatever, and getting, meeting people or getting attached to people, and and you're like, yeah, this is good, only to realize that maybe not. And then you might have the tendency, because you get along with them, you have the tendency to like hold on to them, thinking that because we get along, that they're supposed to be part of the circle, they're supposed to be part of my my tribe, or my people. That ain't always it. And so I think it's meant for you to have, God wants you to have this recognition a whole lot faster than what you've been doing. We'll just say it like that. Like, you need to be able to identify it as soon as it just doesn't, and it like I said, this is not about push and pull. You may have somebody in your life, I don't necessarily get that you guys are, because the reconciliation thing is out here. You get along. You get along, but you have to come to a point where you recognize when somebody is not in alignment with you, when you realize that your loyalties have shifted or different. It's like there's no sense in holding that. Thank you, Spirit. There's no sense in holding on to these people and keeping them like in your little Rolodex of, people that I'm cool with. Like, there's no reason to keep hold of that. There's no reason to keep the connection. Yeah, I'm like, there's no need to keep the connection. Actually, no, I'm not going to clarify this. Let's just scrap these and go straight into tarot. I'm like, no, let's not clarify these. I get the gist. Okay. So let's dig in tarot and see if we can figure out who I'm talking about. And let's use the shuffle deck. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you know when I upload videos and go live. I think my goal now is to try to go live like once a month. Okay. Square spread. Who are we talking about? Okay. So we have someone here that may be looking at something from a different point of view. I feel like we're looking at things from all angles. Okay. But then I also get the energy of somebody who is, they feel like their hands are tied. Remember when I said, I was like at the very start of the reading, I was like, somebody's experiencing something, but they can't do anything about it. They can't, there's nothing they can do about it. So I'm like, same energy. I'm like, same energy. I don't even like this. I do not like this. Like, I know I do not like it at all. So there is somebody here who I'm like, I heard abandoned their post. Okay. This is rooted in a family experience. You may have walked away from these people. You may have put in a lot of effort and energy in trying to foster the connection, and it just didn't give. It just didn't give. Like, it just didn't give. So I think this person is maybe having an opportunity to like really, I don't know if they're self-reflecting. There's a lot of emotional component here. Somebody's feeling deeply emotional about the situation and they're not happy. They're not happy. They might not also be in a position to like come to you. Even if they wanted to, I don't think that they're in a position to come to you, or they're being prevented from coming towards you. I'm also getting energy too, because it feels kind of like, honestly, it feels like somebody just wanting to come in to disturb your peace, because like their peace is being disturbed right now. They feel like their hands are tied and they don't know what to do. You've already walked away from this situation. You've already walked away from the situation, because I think I'm getting this energy of like, you know the truth. You know the truth about something in regards to your family or a family dynamic. And so you removing yourself is justified. And I feel like maybe this feels kind of like the element of maybe turning like if this was your family and say they may have rejected you in the past, this feels like you choosing yourself over the emotional situation, because I don't feel like this is like I don't feel like this is a happy home or anything like that. Like, doesn't feel like a happy, warm, fuzzy kind of environment. And this feels more like this feels more like you choosing yourself over being connected to these people. Crazy. I'm like, I'm saying crazy because Hangman to Hangman, Temperance Angel, and this is from the Strength card. So, okay, this kind of feels like, remember when I said in the very, very beginning, they'd gotten themselves into something that they can't do anything about. They can't get out of it. They're unhappy and there's nothing they can do about it. And now they're looking, here's the crazy part. I feel like they did something or they pursued something and it was an ego pursuit, okay? I feel like somebody here started, like if you walked away from this relationship, somebody started, they was mad that you left. Okay, so you might have worked very hard. Like, I'm like, how do I describe this? It's not like work, but yeah, like work. Because you were putting in the effort. Like, you were putting in the effort and time, especially as it relates to your family. Like, you were loving on them, and you show up, you're Johnny on the spot, you're supportive and encouraging and all the things, right? But you might have been working towards, like all the effort that you were putting in didn't actually give you back the emotional fulfillment. Like, you're pouring into people who didn't really pour back into you. And the moment you decided to kind of abandon the ship and be like, I don't want to do this anymore, then you immediately had a target on your back. Somebody was angry, started spreading lies and gossip about, why you broke away from the family or whatever. But now they're in regret. They're in regret. They're in regret for, I don't know. Oh! Look at this. Okay, so here's the thing. Because this person is, I don't know who I'm talking about. I mean, I say a family dynamic, but it doesn't necessarily have to be family. It's just like you were pouring in all this love and effort into something that you may have thought was part of your wish fulfillment, and it turned out not to be. It turned out not to be your wish fulfillment. So you walking away absolutely was the right thing to do, because it afforded you an opportunity for a whole new beginning, a new abundant life. I think I talked about it yesterday, where it's like, maybe you chose to do things a little bit differently than like the family of origin, like wherever you came from, and you decided by the time you got to be of age, and I'm going to have my own family or whatever, I'm going to do it my way. I'm not going to do it the way that was done to me, because I didn't like it, right? And because you have the ability, it's interesting, because I do feel like, here's the thing. That's what these goofy ass people don't understand. I think that you are emotionally mature enough to know the difference between like how you were raised. I'll use that as an example. Like how, based on like how you were raised, the conditions and circumstances that you were raised in, whatever your parents were going through, whatever. Okay. And then say you have your own family, your own kids, your own, spouse and children, your own life or whatever. And say you chose to do something differently than the way you were conditioned and raised to do. Okay? Because you saw a better way to do it. I think you are in an interesting position. I think this other person, I don't know who we're talking about, but I think somebody else also, because both of you are in the same position. Because technically that's the Hangman. I love this deck. Okay, so I'm getting an energy out here. Now follow me. Because on one end, it feels very much like... Oh, yeah. Okay. So you have... This is how different you are from this other person. Okay? Because you witnessed, like, however you were raised or grew up. I'm using this as an example. However you were raised or grew up, like, remember my example yesterday was like, you take what what you appreciated of your upbringing, and then you kind of sprinkle in shit that maybe you didn't have or didn't get, and you move forward with that. Like, you become the parent that you needed, right? You have the ability to... Because this doesn't feel like, it doesn't come with like harbored foul energy. It's just, this is what it is, okay? But you have the ability to have a very healthy perspective of why things were the way that they were. Why, it's kind of like yes, I know how I was raised or whatever, and I've raised my children completely different than the way that I was brought up. But I understand. No, I don't understand. I don't understand. I get it. Like, I kind of get the logic behind why certain decisions were made. I mean, the way it was justified to me, whatever. But I'm also understanding who I was dealing with and the mentality that this person operated in. So while as a mother and a parent and a wife, I don't understand why you chose to do it this way when you could have did it this way. I don't harbor any weird ass feelings about it. Maybe I've just healed that much. Like, I just don't. It is what it is. At this point, I'm old. She's old. My daddy's a dead. Like, it doesn't really make. It doesn't make a difference. Like, it doesn't make a difference. But this person it's like you walked away from this thing and you didn't say shit. You just dipped out and went about your business and you're cool. This person, their ego was fucking triggered by the fact that you dipped, and they couldn't really do shit about it. But what they did do was chose to take the opportunity to spread a bunch of lies and misinformation about you and the reason why you walked away from the relationship, or why and I mean, I think it's kind of weird. It feels very much like you learned a lot of lessons dealing with somebody who may have acted like a tyrant or a bully or a know-it-all. And this definitely could be the energy of somebody who wanted to be viewed as a leader, head of household, but this person would literally lead you into fucking misery. So I think that this person is also getting a glimpse of, like, because you didn't come out, like, you walked away and you just dipped. Like, you just dipped and you were like, okay, I'm going to go live my life. Y'all have it. You know what I mean? You walked away and you didn't say anything. You didn't do anything. You didn't say anything. You just kind of, exited. But this person, instead of choosing to just follow your lead and just go, okay, they left, and their ego was triggered, so they decided, I'm gonna run out here and I'm just gonna tell a whole bunch of lies, and I'm gonna talk shit because I'm mad. And it's it's kind of funny because instead of them viewing your life like, I choose to focus on myself and focus on my family, focus on my own shit, not your shit, they just view it as outright rejection. Like, oh, the collective just turned their back on me or whatever. And it's not. It's like you did it to save yourself, honestly. And I said it yesterday. It was a hard decision. It was a hard decision. And it was painful. It was a painful decision to make. But this is somebody, and this definitely could be a mother figure. She was angry. I'm telling you, her ego was triggered. Ego was triggered. How dare you? Not realizing that the decision that you made was probably one of the hardest decisions you've ever had to make. You had to detach emotionally. Yes. You had to detach emotionally. And all this person has done is tell lies out of anger. And I'm telling you, their lies and their means of control is exactly why the relationship cannot be resuscitated. Even despite the way that they behave and the way that they treated you, you still show up in the most loving, generous way. Just not with them. And the crazy part about it is this person hasn't bothered to... This person is not self-reflective at all. I mean, I do see that they're kind of witness, like their perspective is they don't look at it like, you walked away to like save yourself. They look at it as if you rejected them. I'm just getting like this heavy, how dare you type energy. You turned your back on everything. I'm telling you, this was a hard decision. But it was based on truth. It was based on it was based on fairness. What's fair? This person had you in some kind of weird ass one-sided competition. And I feel like they even went out of their way to make sure they've done things. Whoever this woman is, mothering energy, not necessarily your mama, a mama. Whoever this person is, they've purposely done things to sabotage your attempts to... It's like they were doing things to prevent you from walking away from them. Purposely. He's got a hammer in that hand. And he's broken up the rafts out there so they can't leave. She mad that you finally got away. Turned your back, severed ties. Yep. They've lied about you. This person has told lies, several lies about you. lied about your character, lied about, hell, even maybe what you do for work. They've lied to your whole family. And this person doesn't self-reflect. They're not, definitely not getting like conscious, like I'm not getting any type of Christ consciousness on this person either. And yes. Oh, I love this. Okay. So I do have energy. I wasn't going to go there yet, but I do have the energy of someone who's been doing some practitioner type shit to hurt you. They have done, this woman, and this is a woman. This woman has done things purposely to hurt you. You have been like, so yes, there has been somebody doing juju on you. There has been somebody that has done juju on you, okay? Did some of it actually affect you? Yes. Have you been able to overcome? Yes. Yeah. So here's the thing. These are the same cards that came out yesterday. Yeah, this woman's gonna be pissed. She's mad. And I'm like the same thing. So this woman, and she may have somebody, she may have a partner, like a witchy partner. Like maybe she's hired a contractor, a practitioner. She may have contracted a practitioner. Interesting. I only have one card of Pentacles out here out of all the cards that I have out here. A lot of swords and water. Okay. So I see where this woman has done things to damage you or to affect you or to hurt you so that you can't progress forward. Remember when I was like, I got that energy of like, how dare you? Like, how dare you decide to walk away from me or whatever? It's like not realizing that the decision that you made to walk away was very hard. Now, this could be you, or this could be somebody else that knows the truth too and sees the truth about the decision that you have had to make, especially if you were, okay, now I have another energy here, and this one ain't for everybody. If you are partnered, there's an energy out here like if you chose your partner over your parent, if that's part of your story, they're pissed because you chose the partner. They're pissed because you chose the partner. I kind of feel like there was a whole lot of reality that you had to face. And one of those realities is the fact that whatever this person that you were dealing with, that you didn't actually Like, I'm not sensing the love that I see on the board. I only see that love coming from you. I don't see that love coming from the other person. I just don't. Because now this is back out here again. So I feel like you may have waited, like literally you may have even waited for them to come towards you with some kind of an apology or some type of something to clear the air. Um but I kind of feel like there's somebody, even if they do come in with an apology, I feel like it's insincere and full of shit. It just doesn't come across as being very genuine. Haha. Okay. Love it. Yeah, you chose your partner. I feel like you may have chosen to go, you may have chosen a new, oh yeah. So you may have chosen to honor like relationship and connections that honor you and your own sovereignty, and you're not. There is no, I don't see a new cycle. No, there is no new cycle with this. If this is a mother figure or whatever, there ain't no new cycle with this woman. Cause it's all connected to the one guy holding the one cup by himself. Yeah, no. In this triangle, in this square right here, nope. Connected to your family if it's your mother. Tower, yeah, like tower. Six of Cups in the reverse, yeah, because you don't have no fond memories, and the person that you were dealing with, they never really actually poured into you at all. Bottom of the deck, Tower again. So this imagery has the traditional images in the tower. This tower has all of the images of the Wheel of Fortune. The world. I'm sorry, the world. So this tower is like, this is done. This is done. Oh, look at you, avoided so much. You avoided so much drama by extracting yourself from this person. So whoever this person is, it's very well could be like I said, it's a mothering energy. But this is somebody who they abuse their position. They may have been respected by, most people, but they abuse their position in order to have dominance over the people. And they were emotionally manipulative. They would, oh my God, this energy is so crazy. But so I said it a couple readings ago. I'm like, you exited just in time. So this right here feels like a boomerang karma. So if this person had been doing, if there was a practitioner here, trying to do things, mind games, and one-upmanship and shit like that, in order to stop your progress, it blew back on them. And I say them because there are other people here involved. It blew back on them, and now they're trying to recover financially because something hit their resource, something hit their pockets. It's something about you and whatever they were attempting to do to you. And then I have one person here that's off to the side, and what they see is, yeah, they came after the collective, but the collective is actually fine. You're fine. You've got your boundaries up and you're really good, right? But the other people that are involved, they took some type of financial hit, and they're like trying to recover. They're in the process of trying to recover like financially from whatever it was that they attempted to do. This feels like somebody seeing, or like, I don't know, this is giving me energy of like somebody reporting back. It's like somebody being able to like see whatever you're going through, or see you, and then they see these group of people or whatever, and they're like, okay, the collective may look a little battered and bruised, but they're still moving forward. They're still, it may have you may have slowed the collective down a little bit, but you didn't stop them. Meanwhile, I'm looking at these other group of people, and they're all over here struggling financially, trying to, rob Peter to pay Paul or whatever. Yeah, they trying to figure out. I said this person, whatever she was trying to do, she was trying to prevent you from actually moving on. She's been holding on to your energy. I said it. This is somebody who just abuses their authority. They want to pretend like this is the energy. It gives me the energy of somebody who pretends that they are, God fearing. The one thing I hate more than anything is somebody who spouts Bible verses but is a whole ass demon, right? They live foul, but they constantly, spouting stuff from the Bible. Stop it. Don't do that. Judgment. Don't do that. So somebody hears judgment's been called. Because you know what? Even when you think you're getting away with some shit, you ain't getting away with nothing. God sees everything. God sees everything. And judgment's being called because I'm telling you, it has something to do with with you they're receiving judgment. Okay, so this person this is connected to your family. This person is receiving judgment for their attempts to try to slow you, whatever they've done, whether it's through lies and slander or whatever they've actually done. Especially if you ended up having to walk away from this relationship. Despite all the effort and energy that you put into it, you had to walk away from it because it was like time. It was like time. I hate to say, it feels like time wasted. Like you wasted a bunch of time pouring into people who essentially didn't give a fuck about you. That's what it feels like to me, right? And so now it kind of feels like, because now I feel like I'm in such now all the people that were involved, who are now suffering financially and dealing with some type of loss, the relationship, those connections are already over. You made decisive moves. You detached emotionally. You just started making cuts. You may have felt bad about it. It may have hurt your feelings to have to make these decisions, but you had to do what was best for you. Now folks want to come in and apologize. That's what you get for listening to this broad. Now they want to apologize. Okay, so remember when we go back to the top of the very first spread, just because I'm like, I don't know who this is that wants, because I feel like somebody who may want to apologize is one of the people in this card. It's somebody here who is trying to figure out their finances. Okay, they're trying to put this shit back together, recover. Okay, they're feeling left out in the cold. They don't like it. They want to recover. But I'm sorry, an op is an op. Do with that what you will. But if you was working here with this person to slow me down, to stop my progress, have me in some kind of bullshit one-sided competition or whatever, child, don't come over here apologizing. Take your lumps. Take them all. Yeah. And that's part of the reason why, here's the thing. You made a decision because you had, even this is the Page of Pentacles, but it's also in the Hangman energy. I love these cards. It's also in the Hangman energy. This is kind of like this is like you analyzing and assessing a situation, um about the effort, the time. I feel like these people never really took the time to get to know you, really. They never took the time. And this is crazy. See, I pride myself, and I know not all parents are like this. I know not all parents are like this. I pride myself on, now I'm not saying I know all the ins and outs of my children or whatever, but I know who they are as people. I spend a lot of time with my kids, and we talk a lot, and we talk a lot about everything. I share a lot of aspects of my life with them because I realize that my parents didn't really tell me a lot about themselves, and I kind of like to know who I'm dealing with. You know what I mean? So, and because of that, I want my children to know who they're dealing with. So I tell them my stories, the good, the bad, some of the shit that I'm not so proud of. And I share them because I'm fully integrated with my shadow. I know what I'm capable of, and I know some of the fuck shit that I've done. I'm not proud of everything that I've done, but I also was in a different space when I was doing them. And I've shared those stories with my children, and yeah, we can laugh about it now, and they'll be like, damn, Mom, I can't believe you did that. Yeah, I can't either, but, it is what it is. I wouldn't recommend. But all of those experiences shaped me. And I feel like if this is your mother, I don't really feel like this woman took any real time to get to know who you are. Like, it's almost like like if you're her child. I'm using a mother as in, because this is giving me a mothering energy. It's like this person, she never really took the time to like really get to know who you are. She just felt like she knew it all. She feels like she's pretty confident in what she thinks she knows. And so I think even for you, if this is a parental figure, it's kind of like having to readjust the lens in which you're looking at this person, especially if obviously you're raised to believe that your parents are the authority, right? These are the people that you turn to. But I feel like for you, there was a very painful decision, especially when you recognize that you were kind of being led to your own demise by somebody. This right here, just this right here, especially if you were led by someone who just wanted to stir the pot, wind you up, and watch you go, and then find amusement from watching you spin out of control. Nasty work. Nasty work. And the thing about it is, yikes. I kind of get the impression that this person doesn't love themselves. They also didn't really have any love for you either. Oh yeah, what was I saying? Remember when I was saying that somebody that could be coming back towards you for some type of reconciliation, you're not necessarily in alignment with them. That could be this right here. Like if somebody got involved, like if your family, other members of your family got involved in whatever this shit is, and then because they're catching some heat or catching karma financially in other areas of their life, and now they want to come in and try to kumbaya with you in order to fix it. An apology is not going to absolve you of the sins that you've already carried out. So if you're cross-watching, whatever you're going through is what you're going through, and it's a karmic repercussion for whatever you've done. Okay? I don't get the impression that this, and maybe this is even you knowing the truth, that this person doesn't really have any love for you. They don't have any love for you, and they don't have love of self. Even more importantly, they don't have love of self. That's what it is. Okay. I told you the only reason why they coming towards you because folks they down bad. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. They're down bad. And now they want to come talk. They want to communicate. They want to communicate. Now, oh, snap. Here. Okay. They want to communicate, but they're dealing with some mental brain lock. They think there's an energy out here of someone thinking that you are... Okay, this card is kind of loaded for me. This is the energy. It feels kind of like... So, say you're spiritual, whatever. This energy is like... Remember when I've talked about like the boomerang, like if they've been projecting, juju onto you, and if you're doing return to sender, it's just going right back to them, and so they're experiencing the same thing that they wanted for you, right? So now, because it's all connected, all these cards are connected. So because I said somebody wants to apologize to you because they're going through something fucked up right now. They're dealing with some unfortunate circumstances. They may have lost people. Folks may be passing away. They're losing their money. Folks are sick. Like, there's all kind of weird shit happening to people, okay? There is an energy out here. They think that you're doing it. They think that you must have put spell work or juju over them, and that's the reason why they're dealing with all of these unfortunate circumstances and loss. And the crazy part about it is, like, yeah, they think that they think that you're the cause of their dilemma. I'm just saying, this person does not self-reflect. There's no self-reflection here. Like, you're giving, like, the energy that I'm seeing on you, on the collective, is Magician, High Priestess. I mean, not Magician, High Priestess. Well, yeah, because the Magician, but the High Priestess is on the card. Magician, High Priestess, Empress. Okay? So you got all the skills. You know way more than you let on. You can accomplish way more. Like, these people don't know what the hell they're doing or what they've been doing. They think you got something to do with the misfortune that's happening in their lives. But judgment has been called. It ain't you. This ain't you doing it to them. That's the Most High. God's like, oh, so this is how you are. This is who you are. And I've been watching you this whole time. I've been watching you shit on my collective over and over again. You even recruited people in to help you. So you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to shake some things up for all of you. And folks are not happy. Folks are not happy. They're not happy because they're going through some shit, and they feel like if they apologize, then maybe it'll make this shit stop. That's not how it works. And it's funny because even if this is like your parental figure, oh, this is funny. If this is a parental figure, ooh. Okay, here's the funny thing about it. Here, haha. Okay. Here's the thing. So much. This woman, mother figure, hold on, let me look at her. Okay. This mother figure I think she knows. Like, so if she's going through some, because I mean, it's some bad, it's some negative karma going on out here. It's touching like all the cards that are connected to or touching the Wheel of Fortune in reverse with the Tower. Like, they're all connected. So this woman, I suspect that she knows like what she's going, like all this shit that she's going through right now. I suspect that she knows that it's karmic blowback for what she's been doing. Especially if it's interesting, I hadn't considered this, especially if there has been some moon magic, because now that I'm looking at these three cards, there's somebody here who has been doing moon magic. It just feels like boomerang backfire, and she's getting karma for it. She's being exposed. There is some level of exposure out here. If she's connected to some type of demonic shit. Like, she's been abusing, like, literally, when I say she's been abusing her authority and having people listen to her. And it's interesting because it's a lot of feminine energy out here. I don't really have masculine cards out here. It's all feminine energy. So this woman has been telling lies and doing juju over you, I want to say, to like keep you emotionally unstable or whatever. But really all that's happening is that's exactly, they're like, this person is, it's like their resources are drying up, they're all over the place emotionally, they're dealing with obsessive, thoughts and emotions. Hell, there's somebody out here could be drinking themselves silly. And I feel like whatever they're experiencing right now, they're experiencing it because they took this action against you. Hold on. Goofy dog. Like walked in and just stood right at my feet and wouldn't let me walk past. But there's exposure here, and maybe that's what they're getting judgment, and something's being exposed, and it's like, you're not the authority that we thought you were. You don't really know what you're talking about. Okay. So, this is interesting. And I've never thought this. I've never seen this before. Or at least I've never received the energy this way. Because, sometimes I'll see it, I'll be like, oh, maybe somebody was doing work to try to, like, unalive you. This kind of feels like somebody doing something to make you unalive yourself. Like, to put you in a position where you're so fucking sad that you initiate the action to take yourself out. For money. And this person led these people. Okay, so there are other people involved. And yes, and you already know it. There's your justice is going to be served. Okay, I need you to know that. Justice is going to be served. The truth is going to come out. You may even intuitively already know it, and maybe you're manifesting for the truth to come out. But this person has been leading people. Yes, this person led people. They were listening to a fool, somebody who didn't know anything. I think I mentioned it yesterday. I was like, this person think they know it all. They don't know shit. This person don't know anything. This feels very much like somebody wanting, because see, then they would be able to be like, see, this is what happens when you XYZ. Like, I don't know how you live your life or what lies. I'm telling you, this person has been spinning lies about you and how you live your life or whatever you do, whatever, right? But the energy that they've been projecting towards you, I believe it was meant to make you feel, it was meant to like put you in a state of depression, so where you would like off yourself. Like, just imagine all of the things that you've ever done, just none of it coming together, and then putting you in a place of such depression that you off yourself. But that's not what happened. Like, you just like, you're like the Energizer Bunny. You just kept going, You just kept going, and then you fucking healed yourself. So your bounce back, your comeback game is like, woo. So there's somebody here that, and I'm like, I don't know who this person is, but there's like somebody who's watching. Like, you put your boundaries up, you started doing the healing work, and now you're like, okay, I'm not. It was, I feel like it became a nightmare for this mothering energy once they realized that you were working on yourself. You started working on yourself. That definitely changed the dynamic of what they were attempting to do, because that means whatever they're projecting towards you doesn't actually work, and then all of the things started falling apart. One last row. Yeah, you're not hurt. That's the thing. You're not hurt. And you're not hurt by the distance. I don't know who. I'm like, I just have a lot of, it's interesting. It is interesting how much feminine energy I have out here. It's crazy. But the thing is that you're not hurt. You're not even hurt by the distance between you and like your family or these people. You're not hurt by that. Yeah. And then you got somebody here. Okay, now that's interesting. Yeah. Oh. Oh, shit. Okay. So they've been hiding some shit. Okay, so they've been hiding. They're hiding something, and it's about to come out. So it don't matter. But there's something about money. There's something about, I want to say, there's something about here about being unalived, whether you at your own hands or at somebody else's hands. There is energy out here of money being exchanged, or the fact that there has been money paid to a practitioner for them to, like, do some juju on you. And then I have somebody here who's like watching your social media or looking you up, trying to see. It's the same person that's trying to do all the shit. They're like, because I feel like what they've been trying to do is they're trying to affect like all these various areas of your life. They're trying to affect your relationships. They're trying to affect your, your mental state. They're trying to affect your emotional state. They're trying to affect your pockets. You know what I'm saying? And then, so they're watching, because like I said, I don't think that this person, if this is your mother, a sister, aunt, well, whoever, she don't really know you like that. She don't really know you like that. So I feel like she's been waiting for your demise, but you appear to be several steps ahead of this person. Why? Because you are highly intuitive and you move the way that spirit tells you to move. You don't move when you're not called to move. You don't act irrationally or just, you don't react like that. You respond. You move very strategically and intentionally. And I feel like this person, I don't know, like I feel like they're, maybe that's what it is. Remember I said at the very, very beginning of the reading, I was like, they're going through, so they're not happy about something, but there's literally nothing they can do about it. So they've been watching and waiting to see, like I said, if they were supposed to unalive you and collect money after, like, I don't know how that, because I'm like, there's a component of finances around the unaliving, but I'm not really sure how that's, I got so many cards out here, oh my god. But it's almost like somebody is waiting to see, like they want to see you down bad, but you're not, is my point. They want to see you down bad, but you're not. You're not. I feel like you're still showing up for people. You're still showing up for people. You're still doing the healing work on yourself. You're still moving towards a new cycle. And I think that this person, what they've been doing is, because they know that you're on the precipice of a new cycle, they have been just strategically, or in their mind strategically, thinking that they're trying to find ways to like block you. But they're, like I said, I've been saying this, I've been saying it for a while now. It feels like, now it doesn't mean that, like, yeah, having a roof over your head, having money in your pocket, bills paid, and food on the table, like, yeah, those are basic necessities. But where they fell short is they underestimated the power of your intuition, your connection with the Most High, and the ability to like transmute energy. So even if they were sending you some weird shit, all you do is transmute it, send it back, but you transmute it and you use that energy to fuel your progress. You keep going, right? So they've been waiting for a tower to fall for you, and it's just not happening. It's not happening. It's kind of like you left and you just kept on going, and then you kept going and you ended up happier than where you were. You're happier now than what you were when you were dealing with them. They're fucked up and they're so baffled by this shit. They don't understand. They don't understand because they don't know you. It just goes right back to that. They don't know you. They never took the time or the effort, to try to get to know who you are or how you operate. So the way that they're attacking you, thank you, Spirit. I'm like, let's get to it. The way that they're attacking you based on the things that they perceive would fuck them up. Right? But because they don't know how smart you are, they don't know how much you've had to endure, they don't know how creative you had to get in order to overcome some things. Because let me tell you, I have survived some really, really intense financial shit. But I survived because I'm hella creative and I know how to make a dollar stretch. Well, I know how to make a dollar stretch. But I've been able to manage, prior to getting like stable, I was able to figure it out. It took a little doing, and there were some days where I was like beside myself when looking at my bank account and the shit was in the red, and I was like, oh my God, how am I going to put food on the table? How am I going to do this? And yes, I realize that I have a spouse, but we both have our set duties. Like, this is what he's responsible for and this is what I'm responsible for. And even though like we can cross, at any time, if I need or if he needs, like, yeah, there's no problem there. But the whole point was to learn how to, to stay on that stable space, to stay in that stable lane, and maintain the things that I'm supposed to be responsible for, like being able to maintain those on my own without asking for any kind of help, without, because I didn't want to look weak. So no, I'm not going to give anybody the satisfaction to say Tam wasn't pulling her weight, you know. I wanted to make sure that I took care of my responsibilities, make sure that my bills, all of my household bills, my bills, and food on the table. I had to make sure all of those things were taken care of. And there were some times where I was kind of unsure. And really all it required was just faith. Like faith. Faith pulled me through in times where I did not know. All right, someone's suffering from bad health. Someone is heartbroken or wanted you to be heartbroken. We have a baby daddy out here. The truth, someone knows the truth. A Pisces is involved. Archangel Michael is out here. Pisces again. So you may be dealing with a Pisces. Your baby daddy could be a Pisces. You could be a Pisces. All right, distorted masculine, which is crazy because I had nothing but feminine. I had mostly feminine energy out there, but you know, someone left you for dead or wanted you left for dead. You're no longer bound to past mistakes or worries. Somebody's dealing with depression or dark night of the soul. Somebody has no discipline. Someone's losing material comforts because of foolish mistakes. Somebody refuses to change and says, I'll do it all over again. That's, yeah. Someone misjudged you. They tell pretty little lies. Someone's mad that they haven't been able to stop or end you. They're self-absorbed and possessive. We have a cheating man or woman. Somebody lies on the kids, to them, or about them. Someone's been trying to ruin your reputation with slander. Your light pisses off their demons. Somebody's having money problems or poor spending habits. An aunt or aunts may be relevant. A frenemy. Somebody low-key hates you. Libra. A Taurus. Not my big three out here. I'm like Taurus, Libra, Pisces. That's my big three. All right. Loss of money. Somebody wanted to destroy your life. Nasty business. Illness is part of their karma. I said first card out was suffering from bad health. Illness is part of their karma. Positive change in circumstance on the horizon. The month of November may be of significance. Could be dealing with a Scorpio or a Sagittarius. Someone's hiding the truth. Someone's grieving the loss of you. Somebody's sending negative vibes, energy, or doing black magic. Maintain your strong boundaries. Somebody's been trying to affect your crown chakra. They wanted to cloud your intuition. Somebody's using children. Someone says, can you ever forgive me? Someone's unemployed, losing a job or a business. I'm like, can you ever forgive me is different than the person that says, I will do it all over again. I think it's that person. Remember when I said there may be somebody that wants to reconcile? I mean, you get along with them or whatever, but they're not in alignment with you. So that's fine. Forgiveness is for you, not for them. They need to forgive themselves. Someone knows that you know the truth. Someone operates with zero authenticity. They're a wolf in sheep's clothing. They rejected you in the past. Somebody's been trying to affect your first house of self-image, how people see you, how you see yourself. Someone's utilizing word magic. And someone may have a drug addiction. They've been warned to stop. And since we mentioned word magic, where's Amanda's deck? I'm like, where did I put it? I'm like, it's here somewhere. I got some. Oh, here it is. I'm like, I have so many decks on my desk. All right. Amanda Lewis, energies of affliction. Let's see what kind of magic this person's been using. False prophecies, messages or guidance that mislead or misdirect, causing confusion and derailment from one's true path. Mind control, using magic or psychic influence to control someone's thoughts, actions, or emotions. This could involve hypnotism, suggestion, or subtle influence to change the behavior or mindset of someone. Yeah, I can see that. Inverted protection spells, rituals that are designed to reverse protective energies, creating vulnerabilities and allowing harm and attack to happen. Ew. Coven, a group of witches or warlocks who come together to perform rituals, cast spells, and harness collective magical energy, often guided by a leader or elder and united in their practice of craft. And rituals of eternal struggle. Jesus. Ceremonies that aim to create continuous conflict, struggle, or adversity in a person's life, hindering their success and happiness. That's gross. All right. Goodbye. Memories on the horizon. Spring equinox might be relevant. Meditate. Soul journey. Financial improvements we like. Someone has sexual interest in you. Relationship improvements. Trust. 1111. 1777. If you have a question and the answer is maybe, be confident. Commitment is coming. 222. Time to forgive. Choose you first. Deepening bond. 1717. Someone's returning to you. Success is yours. 88. 1111, 1122, or 2211. 123. Heal money issues. Chakra balance. Someone's lurking. Soulmate connection. Soulmates aren't always romantic. Family issues. Someone has a hidden agenda. Community. Maybe somebody in the community has a hidden agenda. Someone's throwing shade. More info is needed. Bottom of the deck, more to come. Okay. 333. 66. 88. 222. 2222. Okay. Let's look at the dates. I have January the 1st, January the 2nd, January the 3rd, January the 4th, January the 6th and 7th, January the 11th, 12th, 15th, 17th, 22nd, and 25th. I have February the 1st, February the 6th, February the 19th. Oh, February, wait, first one. Okay, let's start over. February the 1st, February the 6th, February the 7th, February the 12th, February the 19th, February the 22nd, 24th, and 25th. March, I have a lot of dates in March. March the 1st. Let's start on this side. March 1st, March 11th, 12th, March 19th, and 22nd. March 6th, March 13th, March 17th, March 15th. March 8th. Yeah, okay. April the 1st, April the 6th, April the 15th, the 19th, and the 22nd. I have no dates in May. I have several in June, though. I have June 3rd, June 4th, oh, June 1st, June 2nd, June 3rd. June the 8th. June 8th. June 17th, 19th, 22nd, 24th, and June 25th. I have July 1st, July 2nd, July 8th, July 12th, 13th, 19th, 24th. August the 7th, August the 8th, August the 13th, August the 17th. No dates in September. No dates in October. November 1st, November 3rd, November 19th and 22nd. December 1st, December 2nd, December 3rd, December 7th, December the 22nd. Yeah. December the 22nd. Alright. Ooh, it's a long one. If you're still watching, thank you. Alright, so we've got the 7th house out here twice. So it's relationship dynamics, your partnerships. 10th house, your reputation, your public image, your ambitions, your reputation and achievements. This is Gemini, this is Sagittarius, and Leo. Then I have Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto. No, this is Uranus. Yeah, this is Uranus. So Uranus, Saturn, and Jupiter. Gemini, Leo, Sagittarius, 7th house, and 10th house. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it there. If any parts of this reading resonate for you, give you clarity or confirmation of your own story, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate into the algorithm and get in front of the eyes that need to see us the most. If you'd like to book a personal, more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box. I invite you to join me for a session. Don't forget, December's books are booking up very, very quickly. So if you want to get in before the end of the year, I would strongly recommend booking now. Okay, like click off this video and go book a reading right now. Okay, otherwise I will see y'all next year. Anywho, I love you and I will see you in the next video. All right, take care.